For decades, he was kept in complete isolation. His face was hidden behind a mask. His name was erased from history. His identity was buried under layers of secrecy, so profound that over 350 years later, we still don't know who he really was. This is the legend of the Man in the Iron Mask, a real prisoner whose true identity became history's greatest unsolved mystery. The Man in the Iron Mask was not a legend. He was real. In 1669, French authorities imprisoned a mysterious man, and King Louis XIV himself ordered his identity be protected at all costs. The prisoner was transported from fortress to fortress across France for 34 years. For 34 years, his face was concealed. This wasn't a rumor. This was documented fact. What remains unknown is who he was and why he suffered such an extraordinary fate. The mask is the enduring symbol of this mystery. Whether it was actually iron or maybe even black velvet is debated, but it was real. Guards were given a chilling order. If the prisoner ever tried to communicate his identity, they were to kill him immediately. The mask wasn't just to hide his face. It was a symbol of his erasure from society, a constant physical reminder that revealing himself meant instant death. What made this prisoner so different? Accounts from guards reveal striking details. He was treated with unusual respect, given comfortable rooms, books, and even writing materials. He was educated, articulate, and carried himself like a nobleman. Yet, he was completely isolated. Some accounts even claim he was incredibly handsome, or that he bore a striking resemblance to King Louis XIV himself. Whatever the case, his appearance was clearly significant. So, who was he? One theory suggests he was a valet named Eustache Danger, who knew dangerous secrets about the king. But a more intriguing idea involves the historical figure who inspired one of the three musketeers, Aramis. In this version, Aramis was a priest who uncovered a scandal that could have destabilized the entire monarchy. Whatever he knew, it was so dangerous that the king chose to imprison him for life rather than execute him. But the most sensational theory, the one that inspired Alexandre Dumas's famous novel, is that the prisoner was King Louis XIV's own twin brother. A twin could claim an equal right to the throne and be used by enemies to challenge the king's authority. The solution? Lock the twin away, erase him from history, and ensure he could never threaten the crown. This would explain the respectful treatment and the extreme secrecy. After all, the guards knew they were imprisoning royalty. On November 19, 1703, after 34 years, the prisoner died in the Bastille. But even in death, the secrecy continued. He was buried in an unmarked grave, and his cell was scrubbed clean of any evidence he ever existed. The few who knew his identity took the secret to their graves, and the Man in the Iron Mask faded from history into legend. In 1847, Alexandre Dumas published The Man in the Iron Mask, cementing the twin brother theory in popular culture. His novel elevates the mystery, suggesting some secrets are simply too dangerous to ever be revealed. Since then, countless books, plays, and films have tried to solve the puzzle, making the Man in the Iron Mask as much a cultural icon as a historical figure. So, what do we actually know? Prison records mention a prisoner named Eustache Danger, but the entries are written to obscure his identity, not clarify it. We have fragments of priests' report of his intelligence, a guard's notes on his noble manners, but nothing definitive. The evidence supports multiple theories at once, which is exactly why the mystery has endured. Over the centuries, dozens of identities have been proposed. A disgraced general, an Italian politician, even a woman disguised as a man. Each theory has its own arguments and evidence, but none has been proven. We have a prisoner. We have records of his imprisonment, but we don't have his name. Perhaps because it represents the ultimate injustice. Imprisonment without a crime, erasure without death. Or perhaps because the mask itself symbolizes everything we fear about absolute power. We will likely never know who he truly was. The mystery endures because it touches on what happens when a human being is reduced to nothing but a mask. In the archives of France, the truth might still be hidden. But for now, the secret holds. A man imprisoned for 34 years, his face hidden, his name erased. He died in 1703 and took his secrets with him. And perhaps that's how it was always meant to be. Some masks, once worn, can never truly be removed. Thanks for watching.